Hey Sports, it's game one. We're ready to tip it off in just moments. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sideline, we've got Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duren together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at point. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. You take a look at Brooklyn, they know they get one shot in this single elimination first round.
It feels a little bit like a college tournament in here, doesn't it? I mean, this will be a wild one. You can never predict the outcome of a single game.
Connects from downtown.
Bang, bang. The pass was there, and Thomas is shot ready.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. They double-team Thompson. There's Cunningham with a 3. Unable to get that one.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Stepping in, Porter Jr. Mid-range jumpers are like layups for an elite shooter like MPJ.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebound Brooklyn. Here's Thomas for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
I just love the ball movement.
Ivy outside. Can they get it? And there's Thompson on the assist by Ivy.
Well, that sometimes is a tough area for Thompson, but he manages to get off a smooth shot.
Thomas misses. The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. Ivy finds Thompson. They double-team Thompson. Tipped. Now here's Cunningham. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, they need Cunningham to be effective from that mid-range area.
Thomas outside. Outside quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Harris.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night. The first one falls.
Well, we talk a lot about Porter Jr.'s jump shot, his ability to space the floor, but I like his rebounding as well.
For Detroit, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Back to Ivy. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Pretty easy to be the teammate of Tobias Harris. You can count on double digits from him most nights, and he doesn't need a ton of the ball to get them.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Here's Thomas for 3. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now here's Cunningham, guarding closely, and he hits it to tie the game. Cunningham's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Nice job getting inside and executing. I like seeing Cunningham be aggressive around the basket.
Pass to Dimon. Now Thomas takes the 3, fires in the triple. Thomas has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Overall this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
And here's Cunningham outside. Porter pulls it in.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Dimon. Now Claxton. Outside for Porter. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. For the Pistons. Holland comes in for Thompson. And it's Robinson in for Ivy. Pistons trail by 3. Now Cunningham. From behind the arc. And the 3-pointer goes. Cunningham's got 7.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from 3-point range.
Pass to Martin. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And here's Porter outside. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Robinson. Now Duren, guarded by Sharp. Back to Robinson. Over Williams. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Nets leading by 6. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Robinson on the wing. Now here's Duren, guarded by Sharp, with 4 on the clock. And the dunk by Duren.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Karis LeVert. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Robinson in at the small forward position. Pass to Wilson. The 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Pistons trail by 4. And Martin comes to help to the paint. Here's LeVert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Martin, the pass to Thomas. Here's Wilson. Here's the 3. They get it back. Martin outside. And the Nets miss again. And here's LeVert for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Outside Sharp. Pass to Thomas. Over LeVert. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Thomas has got 11 points.
The ball looks so good coming off Thomas's hands. A pretty jump shot right there.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Detroit also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. Ivy comes in for LeVert. And Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. Pass to Holland. Lets it go from deep. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's Thomas off the drive. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
On the wing, Ivy. The floater. Brooklyn pulls it in. Porter's got 5 rebounds in the game. Martin against Ivy. Outside for Porter. 3-pointer. Hits a 3-pointer. He's got 13.
And they're building up steam. Getting out in front. Trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And it's Cunningham missing.
Looking to answer the 3 from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
3-pointer. Porter's shot is off. Pistons trail by 9. To halt the run. Rebounded by the Nets. Porter's got his 6th rebound on the night. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Nets score.
Well, we've seen this from Thomas. Once he gets it going, the defense is in for a long night.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Thompson Thompson, no good. Brooklyn leading by 11. Porter, the pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Sharp. The rebound by Stewart. They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A. can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Holland for three. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Pass to Martin. Outside, Williams. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Ivy. That's short off the rim. The Nets have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Basket counts. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
And here's Thompson for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. And it's Porter, that time on the assist by Williams. Porter's got 17 points.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Cunningham. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Ivy from the arc. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas outside. They get the rebound. The kick out to Williams. From outside the arc. No luck on that one. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Brooklyn out in front, up by 15. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hey everybody, it's halftime of Game 1 and a big lead right now for the Brooklyn Nets.
The defense should get a talk. They've been getting splashed on all game. And I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. It can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Yeah, we had a feeling he'd step up in this one. So far, playing at the top of his game when they really need him.
Yeah, kind of what you expect from a guy of his caliber. Don't be surprised if his second half is just as good.
Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. And it's Mann in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5.
The physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Porter from outside. Buries it from 3. Porter's got 20 points.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. There's the 3. Duren with the rebound. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 16-point game. Down low, Cunningham.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pass to Claxton. The rebound by Detroit. On the wing, Ivy. Jacks up a 3. The shot won't fall.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Well, I think about throwing something new at him. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
Pass to Harris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, Cunningham can very effectively run an offense. He knows when and where to move the ball.
Porter finds Claxton. Here's Dimon. To the middle. Thomas misses.
But we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Chalk up 2 there. Cunningham's got 11 points.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Nets lead by 15.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Drops in the 3. Ivy's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Porter. Puts up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And Ivy pulls it down.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, better finish it.
And here's Harris outside. Sinks it from distance. He has 6.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Pistons trail by 10. Cunningham outside. And they doubled up Cunningham. Ivy passes to Thompson. Another 3 for Detroit.
Well, you got to like Thompson's readiness. Coaches love a guy who is always ready to get involved.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A full line change here for Brooklyn. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Thompson. Robinson, he's checked in for Ivy. And Karis LeVert is subbed in for Cunningham. Pass to Sharp. Here's Wilson, pounded by Harris. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 7. And here's LeVert for 3. And a bit of a battle to the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Nets leading by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holland. Pass to Robinson. Harris outside. Again, no good by Detroit. Right side Sharp. Shoots over Holland. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. And here's LeVert for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Setting the floor for the Pistons. They've got Karis LeVert, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. Cunningham passes to Robinson. Cunningham, a screen on Williams. The three, and it's Robinson with the three. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Robinson in the mix, coming right back.
Traore can't hit. Pistons trail by 9. Cunningham on the wing. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wilson. Three-pointer, no good. For Detroit, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Brooklyn leading by 9. Pass to Thomas. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the triple. Thomas has got 24 points.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. And Ivy subbed in for LeVert. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Down by 12.
Yeah, I like it when Cunningham's looking to score. That puts the defenses into some tough positions.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
The putback. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Cam Thomas. And again for three.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Up again. The putback. How about the activity?
Perfect timing by Duren, making sure he finishes strong.
Here's Porter. The shot from 20 feet out. Cash!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And they doubled up Cunningham. Now Ivy takes a three. Rebounded by Porter. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this thing.
Duren jams it home!
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high-motor player.
Thomas banks it home. Big shot.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Nets.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And what a huge performance it was for Michael Porter.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
For three, here's Harris. The putback. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Dimon, that's good.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And here's Cunningham outside. The rebound by Mann.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. And this has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Cunningham is doubled. Harris outside. Off target with the three. And Brooklyn with possession here. A 21-point lead, the biggest of the game.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
And here's Thomas. Here's Demon. And there's another one for the Nets. And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And they start out the postseason with a bang, a big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump, and they did just that.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Michael Porter.
Rainy days, can't be on the court and be a coach and take my game away. Catch you on that freeway, we reenact. You hear me? Who ain't rocking with me? Tell them to start from zero and make it out of the deep. Remember being young, seeing pops on streets. Now I'm trying to put bodies in seats. You hear me? Hold up. Who ain't rocking with me? Tell them to play with their life, fumble their college degree. Tell them to face all that time and still be solid as me. Through years, then drop a hit the day of release. You hear me? Hey, I got ahead of them. Cause I should've listened. I turned back and tried to rescue them. See, you started hating cause I got ahead of you. I ain't tripping. That ain't gonna stop this chat on my. You hear me?
Now, who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours, who rap your doors, who go harder than them and never let off before, who got your poking their head out the door, getting paid every week like he did all his chores. Life's a rich till I divorce it. Go left for pulling bread out the floor. Now, who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours, who rap with your doors, who go harder than them and never let off before, who got your poking their head out the door, getting paid every week like he did all his chores. Life's a rich till I divorce it. Go left for pulling bread out the floor.
Dans le laboratoire, on fait pas de faute éliminatoire. Le cœur en fer comme Terminator, je les vois de loin comme les Miradors. Guide la taille de la jante, beaucoup de papier, pas de langue de bois. Le bracelet ça coûte une jambe et le prix d'une montre peut coûter un bras. Dans le laboratoire, on fait pas de faute éliminatoire. Le cœur en fer comme Terminator, je les vois de loin comme les Miradors. Guide la taille de la jante, beaucoup de papier, pas de langue de bois. Le bracelet ça coûte une jambe et le prix d'une montre peut coûter un bras. J'suis solide, si tu m'aimes, MMA, fort. Tu veux le feed, j'suis dans le club, tu parles trop fort. 1 million, 2 millions, j'suis 800 d'abord. J'connais le avant le fisc et tous les accords. Je les vois tourner tous autour de ma comme un chaise musicale, comme si je fais 200 000 en vente digitale. Mon gros même ta meuf écoute la ligue. T'as peur de la quand je fais la fête. C'est toi qui passes, c'est moi qui. Tu penses que c'est l'entourage, mais c'est moi qui leak. Carré, je suis solide, si tu m'aimes, MMA, fort. Tu veux le feed, je suis dans le club, tu parles trop fort. 1 million, 2 millions, je suis 800 d'abord. Je connais le avant le fisc et tous les accords. Beaucoup de papier, pas de langue de bois. Parce que ça coûte une jambe, tout le monde veut coûter un bras. On fait pas de faute éliminatoire. J'ai cœur en fer comme Terminator. Je les vois de loin comme les Miradors. Je suis solide, si tu m'aimes, MMA, fort. Tu veux le feed, je suis dans le club, tu parles trop fort. 1 million, 2 millions, je suis 800 d'abord. Je connais le avant le fisc et tous les accords. Le terrain c'est pas que pour les footers. On voit le ballon, on fait les arrêts. Frappe de Marais, frappe de Gareth Bale. cours à toute manière douteuse. Cap Piranha dans un QU2. T'as prié Dieu pour ça s'arrête, ma gueule. D'où je viens, on mange les requins avec les arêtes. Dans le laboratoire, on fait pas de faute éliminatoire. Le cœur en fer comme Terminator. Je les vois de loin comme les Miradors. Mille la taille de la jante, beaucoup de papier, pas de langue de bois. Le bracelet ça coûte une jambe et le prix du monde peut coûter un bras.
Feeling like Rollo, so follow. It's showtime at the Apollo minus the Kiki Shepherd. With about a the leopard print. Teddy, Pendergrass, cooler than Freddie Jackson, sipping a milkshake in a snowstorm. In the dorm room at the AU. Athletes might cake you, but you must have been mistaken with them statements that you